Guys, little babies.
Get back, girlie. Hey, good morning, darling. No, no,
Oh, Taryn. She's scared of
I know. She doesn't know where to go. Do we have any we're not feeding?
No.
There you go. Hola. There you go, girlie. It's okay. Rowdy's not eating and Dominique's being real picky. Okay, little ones. You were the hungriest. All right. Humphrey, you settle down again. Good Maggie. You silly girl.
Good morning, Amelia.
Come on, guys. Come on, Tito. You coming? I know. What, you sleeping in this morning? You sleeping in?
Amelia, stop that. What, Tito? What, Tito? When we started rescuing dogs 15 years ago, I never dreamed we would have a real rescue, and I never dreamed we would have a rescue this size that has taken over, you know, our whole home, our lives.
Okay. Oh, hush. Dominique. Dominique, come on.
We have 71 dogs in the house currently, and I don't really know of any other rescues that just let dogs live in their house like we do.
Ready for your lunch, old guy? Most people who rescue dogs have kennels separate from their houses, but we'd save so many animals that have been victimized or injured, and we don't always know what we're getting into with that. And that's why living with them sometimes is so important, because we really find out what we need to know before they get adopted by someone. What happens sometimes, isn't it? Yes, it is. We've told you this story before. We've told you a lot. She was going stir crazy, being in the shelter for too long. We'd have felt terrible if we made her stay in the wrong conditions for another week even. So it's going to work out for this sweetheart, I can promise you that.
I remember how excited when we hit the 1,000th adoption. Danny and I thought we hit the lottery. You know, we were like, can you believe we made it to 1,000?
Yeah, family walk.
And right now, I mean, we're only 100 and a few dogs away from hitting the 10,000th adoption.
Let's go. Liz.
Come on. Come on.
Hi, guys. Hi. How are you guys, huh? Doggies? We get the majority of our dogs from animal shelters. A lot of the shelters have what they call Red Code Day, which is Euthanasia Day. Sometimes I can get 100 emails from 20 shelters asking us to take dogs off their euthanasia list. This is just one normal email from one shelter. These are all, as you can see, it says final date, expired, critical. So these animals are about to be euthanized today. Over 4 million animals are euthanized every year in America. It's very, very sad. You look at their faces, you look at their eyes, and they're just begging for someone to save them.
Hello. That's a pretty color. This little guy here, that's the one we're checking on.
She's very sweet. Housebroken. A lady got her off Facebook, and she didn't want her anymore.
This one came from a hoarder. He still needs some work. They came in really shy. We've got 3 left. They're probably the nicest looking hoarding dogs I've ever seen.
There's Chester.
You are cute. Yes.
He's a rat terrier mix.
And how old is he?
He's about 4 years old. He came in as a stray.
Is he pretty settled though normally? Or?
He usually is, yes. He's been outside, so he's all hyped up. He's been running in the yard.
It's hard to pick out dogs that are on euthanasia because you already know they don't really have a chance. I will ask them if they can give me any description on their personality, if they're friendly, if they're aggressive, if they're dog aggressive, cat aggressive. And I mean, we don't want to pick a perfect dog. We want to pick a dog that we can help and save and hopefully rehab.
You can see this one is active, and it's black, so it's going to be kind of hard for us. So maybe that would be one.
We don't need another one that's hyper right now. We've got about 4 of those.
Let's look now.
Shelters, by law, they have to take every animal dropped off here.
We receive 5,000 animals a year at our animal shelter.
We can hold 125. If we're overloaded, then we have to make room.
He came in a trap through animal control. They said that he was mean and vicious and to be careful because he would eat us for lunch. Well, here he is.
Seeing their faces and knowing they're going to die, that drives me harder to want to save more. I don't think I could ever turn my back on this because I couldn't live with the guilt of walking away from all those faces that need help.
He needs a really good special home, someone that's going to take care of him.
You want to go home?
It's a funny emotion because there's a part of me that would love to be selfish and say, we've rescued almost 10,000 dogs. We're going to go pick up, we're going to go travel, we're going to go live the rest of our life and have a good life. But my internal insides won't let me do it.
This is Apollo. He was running on the side of the road stray. He's been very friendly. He was injured as a puppy. So he does have a bum leg. So we've had no interest in him whatsoever.
Apollo, do you want to go home, huh? You want to go home and get out of here?
The ones that are very friendly, very cute, furry, those get adopted immediately. What we usually try to do is try to get a lot that are not very popular to get adopted so that they can get a home.
That's Moose.
Get your ice creamies.
I think this dog has
Come on.
Basset, Pekingese, Cocker Spaniel,
Come on.
Golden Retriever, Setter,
No,
and a little Chow.
not to mention Bloodhound and Afghan. And
Well, look at the coat. It's
That's
got
beautiful.
the coat of an Akita. Let's put Akita in there too.
look at it.
Oh, it's beautiful.
You look like a loaf of bread.
Watch it run now. Come on,
It's
Moose.
just a rectangle.
Lucy, is that not the cutest thing you've ever seen in your
is
life?
delicious.
It's not but 8 weeks old. Moose. Okay,
like
so
a
it's got
cocktail
4-year
table.
Run.
Not everyone's born with the very same gifts and the same luck. Because of that, they have to have a little extra help, and I think that ideology has gone with me through my entire life.
You need some skin work, don't you, huh?
Growing up, my mom always said, "Don't buy a dog, let's save a dog." I remember when I really wanted a Dalmatian, Mom said, "There's always people for those, but there's not people to take the animals from shelters where so many will be euthanized." And that's where we went. I'd always pick the one with the saddest eyes. They were wormy, they were skinny, and something about the eyes is what always sold them on me. They'd look at me in some sort of way, and that's the one I'd have to have.
This is Lily. She's super sweet. I mean, super, super sweet.
I mean, the problem we run into sometimes is when so many look just the same. They're nondescript breeds of brown and black, and it's hard to get people to feel enticed by them.
It is. You're absolutely
That's the hard part.
I think she's heartworm positive, but I'm not positive about that.
Says it up
Low
there.
Heartworm positive. Heartworms actually live in the heart of a dog. They're transmitted by mosquitoes, but people don't want heartworm positive dogs because they're expensive to treat.
We do 30 days of doxycycline, then they have to stay totally quiet for 30 days because when they get excited, the dog can have a heart attack. The next 30 days, they get 2 more injections, and then we keep them quiet for another 30 days. But, you know, a heartworm preventative, it's such a simple thing. I mean, 1 pill a month, your dog will not have heartworm disease. Look at her face, just how she looks you in the eyes. Look at her, she's staring at you right now, just like,
Putting her nose right on the glass.
they know how to pull at your heartstrings.
Lily, you want to go home, huh? Get you treated for... Oh, yes, you do. Get you treated
It's
for
a deal.
heartworms, huh? You want to shake on the deal?
I think Danny and I both were born with a true compassion for animals. When I was a little kid, even though I wanted to go fishing, I never wanted to put the worm on the hook because I felt sorry for the worm, getting the hook, zigzag through it.
I was saving animals as far back as I can remember. When I walked home from school, kind of the bigger, gruffer guys that were a little scary to me, sometimes they'd catch a turtle and then they'd just knife its head off just for fun. And even though I was sort of scared of the guys, I'd make deals with them and give them whatever I had to take the turtle so they didn't kill it.
I used to rescue baby robins that fell out of trees. We used to nurture them back and then try to put them on our finger and teach them how to fly. And horses and frogs and mice, turtles in the road. I mean, if I see a turtle crossing a road, everybody better stop because I get out of the car and I help the turtle cross the road.
I had a rooster we got from the Toteman Zoo because he was in the lion's cage and the lion had already broken his wing. And I pitched such a fit that they ended up getting the rooster with a net and bringing him out of the cage, and then I took him and helped heal him. So.
Gang, meet Lily.
Hi, Lily. Lily, you're gonna get a nice bath and get nice and clean for us, okay?
All right, sorry about that.
Look at you, Apollo. I'm so proud of you.
He's gonna fall asleep on us.
Lily, you want to be wheeled out? Is that what you want? Oh, you want to be wheeled out?
Or you want to walk out?
All right, think we can walk out, sweetie? Come on. We got a new family member, guys. Back up, Busy Bee. Come on, Lily, you'll be all right. Okay. This is part of your new pack. This is part of your new family, huh? Hey, Lily, stop. Stop, Lily. Might not be going so well. Lily. No. No. That's a no. Hi, guys. Hi. Hi.
Okay, Lily.
Okay, Lily. She'll wear the muzzle for probably just a few more minutes. It's soft rubber. It's totally humane. They can eat, they can drink, but the only thing is it keeps the rest of our pack safe until she learns social skills. We'll just keep doing this, 10 times a day, just interacting with the pack. In a day or two, she'll probably be running right with the pack.
Yes, you're doing good, Lily. Buster Brown likes you. Yes. Blanche, what do you think, huh? What do you think, Blanche, huh?
All right, little moose, meet the big world. I don't know about Amelia. That's the grumpiest one you're going to encounter. Hi, Amelia. Just you be the sweetest. You want to get down? Want to get down? Who are the other guys, huh? Oh, you're going to meet Amelia first? Oh, my gosh, that's risky. Look how good you're being. Well, who's not coming? Hey, look at that one, huh? Who could that be? Where are you going? He's not very interested in me. It's a nice thing. At least that shows a little independence. A lot of times they just want to sit on my lap and stay there forever. Hey, Moose. Moose. Come on back. Tell him about yourself. Tell him what your name is, where you came from. Tell him everything about you. What you want to be when you grow up, huh? Want to tell him? Look, he looks very interested. Look, Sammy is very interested in your future. Look at this. Cotton's coming to see you. Meet the Cotton, and that's the, Cotton could teach you a lot. Cotton's a special little man here. He has to stay a permanent resident here. I don't think he could truly take a change in his life now. He was taken to the shelter one day when Ron was there with diaper wrapped around him. And truthfully, the lady said, I want to get rid of this damn dog and I don't want no more worms on my porch. And she wanted him put to sleep. He was totally frightened. And he didn't want to eat for days. And when he'd go out in the yard, it would take 3 or 4 of us just to keep walking around to get him to come in the house. And now he's friends with everybody. And out in the yard now, he comes to you. And that's one of the biggest secrets about so many of these scared ones. You just give them the time, and then they come to you and tell you their terms of life. And you try to merge the two and see if you can get somewhere. Hey, Moose. Puppy learned to adjust quickly. He's going to be a very secure puppy. You're going to be pretty secure, aren't you? You're going to do it all right. Life's going to be great for you. Yes, it is. Life is going to treat you fine. Huh? Life will treat you fine. You'll get some human and you'll train him. You'll train him right away and tell him who's boss, right? Who's boss? Yes. Rub the big belly. Rub the big belly and make sure you feed it. And then it's going to be a perfect life. Long before we were a rescue and had dreams or even thoughts of becoming an actual rescue, I'd go to shelters, see animals that just looked a little sad, a little neglected, and always take 1 or 2 and then make sure they get to a good place. We didn't see ourselves as a rescue, we saw ourselves as rescuers. We probably did that for 15 or 20 years, just 25 or 50 a year, and didn't really think much beyond that. But in August of 2005 was probably the catalyst that turned us into something a little different than what we'd been.
We're in storm alert mode right now, as Katrina, one of the most powerful hurricanes we've seen in several decades, threatens the Gulf Coast.
This is what everyone feared, the storm surge.
2 of the levees that held back Lake Pontchartrain have cracked.
80% of New Orleans is now underwater.
Families are being plucked from what FEMA now calls the most significant natural disaster ever to hit the United States.
When Hurricane Katrina hit, our first instinct is we wanted to help people. We happened to be in Florida at that time, and we heard on the local news that they were moving 300 and some people from New Orleans to the racetrack in Boca, and they didn't have anything. We bought toothpaste, toothbrushes, clothes, socks, toothbrushes, coffee pots, anything we could think of so people would, have something to their name. Then all of a sudden, we started seeing pictures of the dogs.
It's been like this for weeks now. Dogs stranded in trees, dogs stranded on walls, pacing, surrounded by water, abandoned by their owners, alive or dead.
No one was allowed to take a dog when they were rescued. They had to leave all their pets behind. Some wouldn't leave them. A couple dogs were found on a dining room table floating in the house, and the lady that owned them had died. She wouldn't leave her animals, but she drowned, and the dogs were caught with a canoe or something at that point.
The sad thing was a lot of these animals were all put in these cages, crates, airline carriers, and they were all stored in warehouses. Most of these dogs hadn't even been out of the crates in the time they were caught because they didn't have the staff. We kind of jumped in and decided to start helping some of these dogs. We'd send our horse trailer down. We'd make sure that it was full of supplies, dog food, blankets, leashes, collars. The trailer would turn around and then bring us dogs back here to South Carolina. We were not set up to be a dog rescue. I mean, we had my barn here. We cleared all those horse stalls out, and those were full of dogs. We made makeshift pens. We just made whatever means we could. When we would get the crates and stuff, they were wallowing in feces and urine. It was a tough thing to bathe them all and get them healthy. They all had to be spayed and neutered, and I would say probably 98% were heartworm positive. We were just adopting dogs to friends in the horse business. Within a 5-month period, we saved approximately 600 dogs from Hurricane Katrina.
Hey, Ron.
How are you?
We're
Look
good.
at Nutmeg.
Here's Nutmeg.
The perfect girl.
She
Nutmeg.
is.
Look at Nutmeg. I've said hi to Nutmeg first.
Hey, Nutmeg. How are you, sweetie pie? How are you? Are you still perfect? How are you, Logan?
Good.
You excited about
I can't believe it's been 11 years.
Has it been that long, seriously?
It would be this fall. We've had her for 11 years.
Well, you're saying she can still remember you carrying her through the
Oh, yeah.
halls
You called me
Yeah.
and said, your new baby's here. And you came walking down the barn aisle with beautiful Nutmeg.
with a totally black face. Holly's biggest thing was, it has to be friendly and loving and sweet and, all that sort of
Right.
thing. And that's all we could testify. Wasn't that right, Joe? Oh my God, she was just full of love.
She's just pretty perfect.
I think most of our friends thought when Katrina's over, the end, Danny and Ron aren't going to bother us anymore about adopting dogs. Logan, come look at these cutie patootie puppies here. But the Katrina experience changed us. We got to see the volume of animals in need. I mean, we always knew there was volume of animals in needs in shelters, but to think of all the homeless pets, I mean, it was a big impact on us. That's what actually gave us even more energy to become a major rescue. Their mother was a Cocker Spaniel, and the owners moved and took the mother dog and left 9 puppies out in the yard to survive with no food and water. A friend of mine, she said, okay, you boys need to come up with a name for your rescue. She said, why don't you just do Danny and Ron's rescue? She said, everybody knows Danny and Ron in the horse business. Let's just do it simple.
Which I hated, but I couldn't think of anything else at the time.
Yeah, you want to hold her?
Hold it. I never came up with another name, really. I stopped thinking about it. But I hear catchy little phrases sometimes of names that sound great. But now that I've heard so many play on words with the paws and the claws and the snip and snap and the fairy tales, I'm sort of glad we just have our 2 names on it. Easy to remember.
Oh my gosh, it's that jelly bean, Logan.
You guys saved a life.
We did.
By the way, I know where there are 3 guinea pigs.
Oh, don't even start.
Wait, Mom, can I please hold her one more time?
One more time. Let me just get her in. And then when you get in the car, you can hold her, okay?
Okay.
Okay, here we go.
Brenda, I am looking in my income tax thing, in the file thing, because I'm going to go try to do a home equity loan for the rescue. 2005, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Where would 15 be?
Danny and I spent about 40% of his retirement fund and my retirement fund taking the dogs from Katrina. It got to the point, when the accountant said, look, you guys got to stop this because you're going to have nothing for retirement and you're going to be paying taxes on all of this. Now we are a 501c3 nonprofit, but last year it cost nearly $1 million to run this entire rescue. I am going to try to take a loan for the rescue out in my name because I don't think the rescue has enough equity to get a loan, so I am going to do it personally. I'm going to see if they will give us a $100,000 loan. One of the most strenuous parts of the rescue for me is constantly worry about where the money's going to come from, how the staff's going to get paid, how we're going to make it to the next month.
This one's 12.
We survive strictly on donations. December is always a good month for us because that's when donations come in because people need the tax write-off. But unfortunately, we have a very long dry period from the winter to make it through. I mean, we get donations during the year, but most of the time they're just very small donations, and it's as big of a rescue as we are, it's not enough to keep us afloat.
Elmer.
He is so sweet. Look at him. Yeah, he's a medical miracle. You can see both sides of his mouth has been reconstructed there.
You had 2 surgeries, huh? 2 surgeries, Elmer. Hi.
We hit a lot of dry periods where we run out of money and we have a lot of sick dogs. And so I have a lot of sleepless nights worrying about how we're going to stay afloat. I mean, like right now, we're in a really, just to make payroll next week, we're going to have to put our own money in. Hey, Andrea, do you remember the dog that we took full of fleas, ear infections, full of ticks? His skin is all bloody. Well, there's somebody that sent a message to me and said, you have my dog. I would be thrilled to death if it was a great owner because it'd be one less dog for me. But now that he's getting good care, I have a very hard time turning him back over to that situation. The rescue life very quickly, very easily can engulf our whole life to where it's hard sometimes to keep remembering that we have to earn a living doing the horses. Good little ride up.
Easy. Think left. That's good for him, Elena. Very good. Give him a pat. We don't take a salary at all from the rescue. We never have.
Danny and I train horses. That's how we make our living and our livelihood.
Very nice. Good.
We met at a horse show in Aiken, South Carolina in 1980. I was a professional moving from the Chicago area to South Carolina, and Danny was a professional here already.
I rode his horses professionally, so we had a working relationship for a long time.
I was married to a woman at that time. In the generation that I grew up in, it was always a struggle where nowadays, being gay is a lot more open than it was back in the 80s. I got married because that was like what you were supposed to do when you got out of college. You're supposed to get married and have children. I was married for 8 years and divorced in 1986.
The divorce came as a big a shock to, I guess, anybody. Everyone around was sad about that. And he was particularly devastated. I like what you went to. Have just a little more in the back so you don't have to do it near the jump.
Danny was one of my friends that really reached out to be there for me. Seeing the emotional pain that I was going through, he was a very warm, compassionate person.
I was a young person recently acknowledging that I was gay. We'd become closer friends, and I was kind of his confidant at that point.
Then finish with the 3 to the 3 once more. We became closer and closer, and the relationship just kept growing from there.
After a couple years, I moved over here, and I think that's probably when people actually began to think of us as a couple.
We have been together 98, 2008. That's a long time ago to remember.
Well, please tell me, because if anytime somebody asks me, I tell them a different number every time.
So it'd be like 27 years. This actually is good for Grizz.
Oh, it's wonderful for him. He's gonna learn a lot living here.
I think we were brought together for a reason, but if Danny didn't have the passion that I do for doing this, there's no way it would happen.
Hi, Tonto.
If I didn't have the passion that Danny has for it, there's no way, like if I didn't love dogs the way I do, you know, it takes two for this to survive. I think we both feel like we've kind of lost our home because of the amount of dogs. Living in this type of environment, you know, there's many times we question ourselves what it would be like.
Stop it! Right now!
That's not gonna stop him.
The house is approximately 4,400 square feet. People space, how many square feet would a king-size bed be? I mean, it's difficult to sleep. You can't move. They nestle next to your left side, your right side, your head. They wrap on the pillow. And if you have to get up to go to the bathroom, I mean, lots of luck getting back in bed.
I'm sort of wondering myself how we lost the house. We used to have a lot of people over and would have dinners. We ditched the dining room mostly when we ended up having crates all around it and you couldn't pull a chair back in there anyway. Ron's a fantastic cook, and he used to enjoy it. At one point, we even had wedding parties here.
Kitchen area we use a lot for socialization because it's a very high traffic area. So the dogs get a lot of activity.
We also had a fireplace. We don't burn fires in it anymore. It's kind of like a big relaxing lounge area for them.
Off the kitchen, we have a living room area where we're seated now.
We used to have wood floors, oriental carpets. It was very pretty, actually. But before you knew it, carpets were being ripped, and of course they were being peed on. So up came the wooden floors, and here you come stone flooring.
The larger dogs live in the living room area. They have free run to come and get on the furniture wherever they want to lounge, and they have a doggy door that can go out in the backyard. Off of the living room, we have a front bedroom. In the front bedroom, we strictly keep small litters of puppies. If we really get jammed, we use the shower stall in our bathroom to put small puppies in. This used to be a screen enclosed porch. It had a jacuzzi tub right here in the middle that Danny and I used to be able to relax in. This became one of the quarantine rooms. We knocked a hole in the garage off the back of the garage and built another room. That room we use for dogs that are heartworm positive. The rest of the property, it's the same thing. We live in the dog's house. We're the guest. All right, kids.
We got so many boxes this time because there's a sale going on for puppy pads, and any sale we can catch, we like to do that. In each box, there are 40 pads. We got 50 boxes of pads.
Unfortunately, with puppies, they pee and poop a lot. So even though I changed this pen at 10:15 last night, it was totally trashed this morning. So anyway, we are scrubbing the pens one by one. We have to do this 5 times a day. Everyone that walks into this house, they're impressed that it doesn't smell like dogs and how clean it is. I mean, I don't think we've ever had a person come to this doghouse
and not leave saying, how do you keep it that clean? The day in the doghouse begins at 6:30 in the morning. Our first employee arrives at 7:30, and then the cleaning process begins. We collect all the food bowls, and then the food bowls have to get washed in the dishwasher so that they get a really good sanitation. All the waters have to be changed twice a day. We move the crates off the floor every day, and all the rooms are vacuumed and mopped. All of the bedding in the crates we take out and clean all the bedding in the crates. We do approximately 18 loads of laundry in a commercial washer and dryer every day. We go through 10 gallons of laundry detergent, 56 rolls of paper towels, 60 pounds of dry food, and 56 cans of dog food per week.
I'm allergic to dogs and horses, and they've both been two of my biggest passions in life, so I've just learned to deal with it. At one time, I was taking 9 shots a week for 3 years.
Danny's meticulous about picking up yards. He will pick yards 4 times a day. It sounds awful to say, but we call him our poop man. I mean, you will go out in our backyard and it's going to be hard to find some because he will go out there and pick and pick and pick and pick. He just believes the yard should be immaculate.
My poop shoes. Hardly any tread.
Hey, bud.
Oh my goodness.
Hi.
Oh dear, these are all loose. Are we going to be able to catch them now? There's about 19 abandoned dogs here. We connected with another rescue, and so we're here to try to assist to catch them all. Why are you all by yourself, huh? You've got a hole dug there. Angel, come on, Angel.
Here, girl.
If we can grab anything, grab even that one or this one, Danny, or anything we can grab.
Anything we can grab. We're just going headed to the vehicles with them.
Come here, baby. I know you're worried. Okay, you'll be okay. You'll be okay, baby. Yes, I know. I know. Life is scary. I know. There are different instances where people can't keep their pets, and I totally get that, and I totally sympathize with it. But the people that abandon them, it's a very hard emotional thing for me. As a young person, I went through some hard family times with my parents. My parents purchased a farm outside of the Chicago area for me to operate the horse business. We weren't raised with a lot of money, and Mom and Dad worked very hard for what they had. By them purchasing the farm, they'd put their neck out so that I would have a home base. When I decided to move here to South Carolina, I think that was really the crushing blow. They felt I was just abandoning them. My parents cut all ties with me, from phones to letters to all communication for 7 years. I mean, I kept reaching out to Mom and Dad, trying to call, trying to mail notes, and they'd be returned back to me. That was a very lonely time, a very hard time.
Sweet girl, huh? Sweet girl. Most people who work with dog rescue and saving animals in general, I think there has to be something in their life, some sort of reason for them to have the compassion and understanding for animals.
There you go. Come on. Hi.
Hi, how are you? How are you? You a good girl? Animals are amazing. You can see these animals that have been so badly abused by humans. They can come into our rescue, and all of a sudden they can start trusting human beings again. They don't look back. They look forward.
You're gonna be just fine.
What a good girl.
316 on course now. Lindsay Rigney of Waxhaw, North Carolina. Washington Hunter Base 316.
You want them in the end? Which end one, Suzanne? Do you want them in?
It doesn't matter.
Left? Okay.
Oh yeah, they won't jump.
Come on, Yoda. You get to go. We adopt mainly to the horse show world. We're kind of a unique rescue where we're known in our sport for bringing dogs to horse shows all across the country. A lot of times, you know, when the bus pulls in, I mean, you'll see 30 people waiting for the bus to pull in. I mean, all this week, people kept saying, what time is the bus coming? What time is the bus coming? I know.
I know that he's only got part of one ear.
We help with adoptions early in the mornings. Then we train the riders on their horses. Well, you needed to wait there. It's the same thing, kind of like Leo. You came out of the turn and got longer. Did you feel like out of this turn, how you just stayed easy? To the long run oxer, you stayed the same. You come out of that turn coming downhill and you start letting the stride going.
Walk him around out here and make him just come down a little bit. Well, just do it again, and then just go in and try to maintain. When I turned 10 is when I first started riding. I just kind of the kid that would ride anything and was brave, and I'd make him go around and jump and do things. I had no idea what I was doing, but I won my first pony jumping class when I'd actually been riding 2 months. And I knew that that's what I was going to do the rest of my life. When I was growing up, I felt like I was just a lot more sensitive and internal about things than most of my age group seemed to be. I don't think anyone realized what I felt about me inside. I mean, I felt that I was a good person and tried to do right, but I wasn't the kid that I thought I was supposed to be. But my father was very athletic and captain of Rhode Island State football team and all of those things, and wrestling team, and one of the guys, and here I was a little intimidated by people with that personality and a little bit shyer, but I shined with the animals. And I guess my mom might have seen that, because she always rooted for me. And my dad did too, deep inside. He just didn't know how to show it, and I didn't know how to bring it out in him. I never felt like my dad was proud. I thought he hated what I did, except for every time somebody that worked with my dad or knew my dad would tell me how proud my dad was of me. But he didn't tell me, no. Here's my boy here. There's my boy. I don't think he ever understood some kid falling in love with animals and thinking he could be a trainer or a rider the rest of his life and make a living. And he didn't want me to fall in love with it and be obsessed with it. And it was the only thing that I knew that I loved. I wouldn't give the time of day for anything else. I wanted to know I was eating, sleeping, drinking, breathing it. That's how much it meant to me.
583 is the new shown by Kenny Robert Shaw.
Danny had a gift that he could feel what the horse needed and communicate with the horse. He could just get on horses that nobody could do anything with.
I feel like I was given a little bit of a gift to have a good rapport with animals, being able to get stuff done without making them fear it. And I love doing that.
Danny was by far one of the best riders in America. He was champion at all of the major horse shows in the country. Danny is a Lifetime Achievement Award winner.
And now he's judging all of the major horse shows in America.
The night before my dad died, I drove home. There was nothing wrong that I knew of at the time. I think I just had one of those feelings, but I wanted to get home. And I did. And we sat up that night and laughed and enjoyed each other's company the entire time. And it was the first time we'd ever sat up that late and talked that long. And just became very comfortable. And that was the night my dad said, I think you're going to do well in this, and I think you're going to make it in this horse world as much as I never wanted you to do it. He died the next morning in my arms.
South Carolina. 4 through 174.
Look up beyond your second fence while you make your line.
Pace up to 5, right? Because we're jumping Oxford to vertical. Okay.
3:19 first to go now in the E.J. Hahn Memorial Medal. This is Coleman Holland of Charlotte, North Carolina, 3:19.
These dogs on the cart are Danny's and my personal rescue dogs. They travel with us all over the country. We've kind of chosen them because most of them have behavioral problems or emotional problems, and they were not easy to adopt out. So we kind of took them on as our project. This is Busy Bee. Busy Bee was a puppy mill rescue. She's gotten to where she allows some people to pet her, but she's still very insecure. This is Humphrey here in the back. Humphrey was a puppy mill dog. We got him when he was 6 weeks old.
Buttercup, way Buttercup, way Buttercup. You doing, Buttercup?
They're kind of a trademark. People see this red golf cart and they see all these dogs and they know we're here.
When we first started bringing dogs to the horse show many, many years ago, I think it was much harder to get people to adopt a rescue dog. People were into the purebred breeds. People would set up and sell their puppies here, you know, Jack Russells, Corgis, Dachshunds. And I actually had the exciting news once. A trainer who bred Whippets and Dachshunds came up to me, told me how much she disliked our rescue. She said that our rescue has put her out of business because everybody wants to get a rescue dog. I said, well, that's very good news for me because that means our mission is working.
That was thank you for the compliment.
It really has become quite a trend at horse shows all across the country. I mean, I just got a phone call from a trainer showing in Vermont, and she said, every time I see a cute dog, I say, oh my God, that's a cute dog. Where did you get it? Everybody says Danny and Ron. She said, I'm serious. I must have talked to 50 different people, and every dog is yours. We've got dogs in Seattle. We've got them in California. We've got them in Canada. We've got them in Europe. We have them all over the globe.
But we don't care if they adopt from us. We just want them to adopt. I mean, it's just saving lives.
We're going to one shelter that really doesn't do much adoption or rescue. They mainly euthanize, so it's going to be a little tough situation there because most of the time we go into shelters and get to meet dogs and figure out their personalities, but we were told that no one goes behind their closed doors, no questions asked, no paperwork, no nothing, just take the dogs and go.
We can't really force the issue, or else there's no chance of us being able to save any dogs from there at all.
Hello.
Hi.
Okay, this is Cherry. She's
Okay.
1.5 years old. She is a lab mix. She seems to be very playful, like she hasn't been out or anything.
Okay. Plain black dogs are the #1 euthanized color at
Yes.
shelters. She's awfully friendly, though.
So y'all taking her?
We'll take her. Black is the least popular dog to be saved or bought in the entire country. I think it's because they don't stand out distinctly.
This is Chance.
Chance.
This is Morley. This is Harley. This is Jelly Bean.
Come on, Harley. Michael, how many dogs are in here? 10. Jesus.
I thought we were getting 6 here.
I did too.
So are you guys going to take him?
Yes.
Don't you have any white ones?
So are you willing to take him?
What do you think, Dan?
You are very dirty. Yes, you got poo-poo all over you.
All of these dogs are on euthanasia, so if we didn't take them, they were going to get put to sleep. Come on. It's very easy to get on your podium and shake your hand and say, oh my God, this shelter is a kill shelter. They're killing all these animals. But it's not the shelter's fault, it's the community's fault. It's because we have people that will not spay and neuter their dogs, so we have multiple litters of cats, dogs. But, the shelter is the one that gets the bad press because they're a kill shelter. But basically, they're doing the dirty work for our community. 15 more. Oh, Lord. I don't know where we're going to put them all. There's one solution to overpopulation. It's spay-neuter. And I really feel that in America, it needs to be a national law that every animal has to be spayed and neutered unless you are a licensed breeder. But it's very hard to get. I was told by one of our high officials in the state of South Carolina that there was no way that he was going to tell his hunting buddies that they had to cut the balls off their hunting dogs. I mean, those were his exact words to me. So where do you go when you have that type of mentality in our government? All right, guys, safe travels to home. We had a lady bash our local shelter in the newspaper. And I mean, I call these people up, I do, because it aggravates me so much, and I'll say, okay, I'm going to give you an example. You do rescue, right? And they'll say, yes. And I said, so picture that every dog in this county or cat can be dropped off in your driveway. Would you have to euthanize? Sometimes they'll answer me. Sometimes they won't. But if they are honest and they do answer me, they'll pause for a minute and they'll say, yeah, I couldn't take 5,000 cats or dogs. And I'd say, well, what are you going to do with them?
so good. Sit. Good girl. Have you ever shook my hand? You lie down. Yes, I'm proud of you. You try to obey, huh? You try to behave. Even when you don't know what you're doing, right? Even when you're nervous. All right, good girl.
Oh, Lily. Hi, Lily. Hi, Lily. Lily's in a separate pen right now because she's under heartworm treatment. So that's why she's confined right now, because she has to stay quiet. It took her 3 weeks to come around and get social skills to where she was friendly with all the dogs. She's a total love bug. She's definitely ready for her forever home as soon as she finishes her heartworm treatment.
You're just a good girl, you are. Huh?
We're very picky about where our dogs go. When Dan and I started the rescue, we made a pact that if the dogs can't live as good as they live here, then they don't get to leave.
This is Kim Tudor with Danny and Ron's Rescue calling about Cher.
Is this about the application?
Yes. I know you have a young child in the house. How old is he?
2.5. I was thinking of a puppy because they might grow up together and bond that way.
A lot of people adopt and they forget, what it was like to housebreak a puppy.
I've got a 2.5-year-old. I know. You're right. With a puppy, you gotta pay attention every minute of the day, and it's honestly, it probably would be tough. Maybe an older dog.
I think an older dog, perhaps, and one that is an owner surrender that already came from a family that had children. So he's been pre-tested with children.
Yeah, that's good.
Okay, I know I'm going to make your day one day.
All right.
Thank
you so much.
Okay.
One of the most frustrating things is people want a puppy so that their child or they can bond with it. You can get a rescue dog that's 5 years old. It will come into your house, and in 2 days, it will be bonded to you.
In choosing a pet, people need to assess the situation they're in. Am I going to be moving? Do I have children? How much time do I really have? Yes, I love animals, but is this right for me now? Is this dog right for me now?
When I'm talking to people that are looking for a specific type of dog, I like to have, this is my vision wall, so to speak, and I know every one of these dogs. These are all the dogs ready to go to a home now. Taryn came from California. I know that we are going to find a home for Madison. Moon is going to go to Vermont. The dogs keep coming in, and hopefully they keep going out to good homes.
This is Bonnie, and she came in from a bunch of dogs we got in from a puppy mill. She's like hoarding her toys in her bed. That would be a sign that they took the puppies away early so they can sell them. And then as soon as they could, they'd breed her right back again. So they'd have more puppies. When I get a puppy mill dog in like this and I see it find a new home, that's my reward. They come in scared, they just sit in the corner, and to see them blossom and come out of the corner to come and meet you, and then to finally find their home, I love it. It brings tears to my eyes because I'm happy for them.
Here she is. Isn't she cute?
Baby.
Does she look different?
She looks so much better than she did when I first met her.
Did she? What did she look like then?
She had such a sad look in her eye. And over the maybe it's been a month or so.
Yes.
I've seen pictures of her, and she's gotten happier and happier.
Hello.
Ron, this is Deborah Wanger.
Hi, Deborah.
This is nice to meet you.
Danta.
I've heard wonderful things about you.
Nice to meet you. I'm so glad that you're adopting her.
Thank
That's
you.
exciting.
We're so excited to have
No,
Bonnie
that's
as part of
exciting.
our family.
She's ready for a new home. And if you see any that can fit in your purse or your car, you're welcome to take some more home.
Thank you.
Rinsed.
Our house is full of staff. Our house is full of people cleaning, taking dogs in and out. It's like living in a business. There's no private time. There's no Danny and Ron time that we're just alone.
We work together, live together, spend practically every hour together. Believe it or not, with all the time together, there's very little time to talk and share what we're thinking, except about stuff that's pertinent to the dogs. But it's not that he's not there. I know he's there. I also know his heart really bleeds for me when I'm in pain. I know sometimes it even may be harder on him.
Danny's had many health issues. He has extreme high blood pressure.
I woke up pretty early and I just thought something doesn't feel right. I just said, I feel like I have a shield on my chest.
It was very scary because we didn't know if he was having a heart attack. That was our first instinct, was having a heart attack.
I was, put in a car and run to the hospital, and of course I was about 10th in line, and you'll have to wait. And I think then when I went down to the floor, they realized it was a little more important than that. Oops.
The doctor said that we have 3 layers to our aorta, and his aorta is shredding. Each layer is going one by one, and 90 out of 100 people die within 4 hours, and there's nothing we can do to stop it. He said there's no medication we can do. He said he's, probably going to die. I immediately started crying. Hearing a doctor say there's nothing we can do to stop something, that it's going to be a wait and see if he's the lucky 10 people out of 100 that will survive. We all were very thankful he made it, but the doctor told us that on the lucky side, he could live 3 to 5 years. It's been like 11 years. Exact quotes of Danny's doctor here, she said he is a walking miracle, but we're kind of like a ticking time bomb. He only has 1 layer now. So if his blood pressure gets above 120, he can just rupture. If he ever bumped himself hard or whatever, it could rupture. If he ever was in a car accident and an airbag went off, that could do it.
Gardening is, for me at least, when I feel like I need a little space and want to breathe a little bit, then I can come out and do that, and I can have my sad moments or my trying moments with myself, and the moments that other people I don't think necessarily need to share all the time, but maybe it does me a little bit of good. And then I go back and then I think about some of the animals buried here and the nourishment they're giving this, and feel like maybe it's a little good luck charm, maybe helping me keep some of these things alive. And like this horrible looking little lily here, it looked beautiful earlier. Believe it or not, it was my grandmother's. And she died when I was 6, so that lily family's lasted a long time.
So what's happening with the palms?
I might be able to send like 5 or 6 to you.
Okay.
And we're going to give you the 3 with the leg issues.
It doesn't matter. I just, with those 3, they're going to be laid up quite a while with surgery, so they're going to be non-adoptables for a while. The sad part is good breeders, the last thing they want to do is breed genetic defects. Obviously, this is like your typical puppy mill breeder where she's just doing it just to get the ching-ching of the puppies.
They throw their garbage away that's not selling. Okay?
Right.
So what are they doing? They're giving them to rescue so we can afford the bill.
The Pomeranians on the transport, they said some of them are hateful, growly, scared. So they're going to separate them, I guess, in crates. But there's still like 20 more Pomeranians at our house. They couldn't get all of them, I guess.
Right.
You can see some of them have little coat issues.
I know
and
this
stuff,
one, they told me is a very bad fear biter.
And that's the Chi.
That's the Chihuahua mix that was going to be euthanized, so I agreed to take it.
The reason the woman is giving up dogs right now is because for some reason or the other she couldn't sell them as young puppies. So now they're older dogs. She can't do much with them. This girl that's picking up all these dogs, she has to go meet somewhere and pick the dogs up. Most puppy mill places will not let you come into their facility.
Usually the facility is such that it would be closed down if anybody could figure out where it was. So they're protecting themselves.
You made it. How was your trip?
Oh, it was great.
Okay, we're going to carry the crates inside.
Do these have names?
This little red one. Yes, I have.
And then we're going to figure out which ones. And then we're going to find out which ones have to have surgery.
Yeah.
New surgery.
Yeah.
Is that all of them?
Yes, all of them. And we got to find teeny collars.
Hi. Think you'd come with me? Come on. Good baby. Good baby. Yes, you are very fluffy, huh?
She said she raises show dogs. You know, I've never seen a show dog that looks in these conditions. Some of them are scared. There's some other ones that are fear biters. 3 of these have patella problems, which is the knee joint on a dog. They slip out, so we're going to have to do surgery. We don't know if that's like a genetic defect or from them just living, you know, without getting exercise. These dogs probably have lived in wire rabbit cages their whole life.
We don't really know. These could have been breeding dogs, or they could have just sort of passed the prime of sales time. You can feel all the knots and mats.
Oh yeah, there's solid
the
mats.
yeah.
Many times these dogs have to be sheared all the way down. Basically, they fall under all the conditions of a puppy mill. Puppy mills, people just don't realize how horrific it is. So many of these dogs live in rabbit cages. We rescued dachshunds, and they could not turn around their entire life in a rabbit cage. So they rubbed their noses off, and they rubbed their fannies off, and their tails off because they could never turn around in a cage.
So many times the breeding dogs have had 12 and 13 litters of dogs, and they've never even put their feet on the ground. Puppy mills inbreed the dogs so terribly. They'll take dogs and keep trying to breed them down in size and cuteness and color and fluff to get the smallest, little funkiest little things that nobody can resist. And a lot of times they're full of health issues. They're just going to do as little as they can possibly do because it's about the dollar, not about the animal.
99.9% of all puppies sold in pet stores come from puppy mills. That's a proven fact. The minute those puppies get to be 4 to 5 weeks old, they're snatched away from their mother. Off they go to all these pet stores.
When you see pets through the computer or on Craigslist and stuff, and they offer this many varieties and breeds, very often that's a sign that it's a puppy mill because they just have too much to offer.
People tell us all the time that they really saved this dog's life. They rescued it even though they paid $1,800 from the pet store. That is a very bad misconception that you think because it was in that puppy store, you really saved its life. You didn't. You just contributed to the puppy mill because that's what keeps the wheel going. If people would not buy from pet stores, puppy mills will go out of business.
Go ahead.
All right, guys.
All right, I'm going to go get some water buckets.
Hi, guys. Guess what? Freedom.
Once we say you're part of Danny and Ron's rescue, we promise every dog you will never end up in a shelter again, or end up wandering the streets, or starving, or needy, or not being loved. If they're capable of having a good quality of life and hopefully be adopted by someone, then we'll stick by it and get it done, whatever it takes.
When they come into our rescue, this is their safe haven. So even if we consider them non-adoptable, they will live their life out here and they will be safe.
We have a handful of permanent residents that look like they're going to be here for a long, long time. Some of them already have.
We got Amelia at a local animal shelter. Amelia has a very bad back end and she looks like a wheelbarrow. No one has ever been able to find out what's wrong with her. We've done MRIs, CAT scans, x-rays, the whole 9 yards. Everybody knows that one bed in the fireplace is Amelia's, and you don't go in Amelia's bed. She's little, she only weighs 10 pounds, but she can be a little piranha when she needs to be. Maggie was shot. We had to have her leg amputated. She's been on our website for years. Nobody has reached out any interest in her. Mona is a very special dog. Mona was hit by a car and had severe injuries to her hind end. Unfortunately, at the shelter, they left her 12 weeks in a crate. She's never in any pain, but she has quite a bit of hitch in her giddy up. Lucky was turned into our local animal shelter here in Camden. He was found on the highway by a Good Samaritan. We've had him 3 years. He was showing some signs of discomfort. The vets found a malignant tumor on his liver. And unfortunately, liver tumors, they spread very quickly.
Any dog that we take, we promise them a happy life and a happy departure from life. Knowing him like we have and living with him like we have, we knew that the time was getting close.
No one wants to let go. Nobody wants the end. But people have to realize when they see their pets getting to the point where the quality of life is gone and they're no longer that pet that they knew, that the one beautiful thing we can do is do the right thing and let them go out the right way.
Hey, Danny, come on in. I can still remember the goose egg bladder stone we pulled out of it.
Yes.
I hate this.
No more pain for you.
Yeah, I hate it.
You sure it's been sweet?
Yeah,
Ever
that's
since
oh, I
he-
know. He's one of the ones I'll never forget.
It's okay. You're lucky now, boy.
Yeah.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, sorry, man.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, sorry, man.
He was a trooper.
Okay, I gotta pick up 2 dogs.
I got dropped off here, so.
Get on farther, you all right? Let's start here. Never forget the day we picked him up. How many are there?
Probably about 40 to 50.
Oh, that's adorable.
No, let's keep scrolling. There's a lot of them.
Oh, that's...
What about that one?
Oh my gosh, yes.
Lhasa Apso Shih Tzu.
And he's got that horrible,
Funny
wonderful underbite. Does it say anything else?
Just says critical. 11 years old. Is that something you're probably going to get adopted out? Or
No, get as many out as possible. Like we're so.
I mean, because those are plain black, so they're probably not going to get adopted.
She has a tumor on her side that's pretty big.
Okay. All right, cornbread. Off to the vets we go. I'm hoping and praying that we can get a lot of young people to start learning the ropes of rescue so that when Danny and I are not on this earth, dogs' lives will continue to be saved. Usually these type of dogs, the only way you're going to catch them is a trap. We'll just hang out. Hopefully, we might get lucky. There's the meal. Okay.
There was something about the look in her eye that made me feel like she's really lost here. Hey, baby.
She was owner surrender because her owner is going through chemo and it's not expected to make it much longer.
Okay, there you go, sweetie. You need a bath. I can smell you.
Oh, watch so it doesn't go out the window. Don't go out that window.
We've done some talking about retirement, but what would I do if I didn't have horses or dogs? You know, so what would my life be then? It wouldn't be my life. So there's not really a choice in that.
I'm going to give you my name and my cell number. If you have any issues medically or have any questions, just call us. If you need help with food or whatever you need, we will be happy to assist you for his life.
This is Heather.
Hey, Heather, this is Ron Danta.
Hey, how are you?
I'm good. How are you? Money's so tight right now that I had to go take a loan out for the rescue so that we can hopefully make it until December.
The only thing that it's over the 50,000, we would have to have our appraisal done. That's going to cost around $400.
Okay, why don't we do it at 50, and then if I wind up needing more money, then I can probably do the appraisal and up it, because I hate spending the 400 and something if I don't have to.
Right, okay, so do it at 50.
Yes. If we won the lottery today, I would buy a massive bus and hire 2 or 3 vets full-time, travel from state to state, and do free spay and neuter throughout the United States.
Going home, huh?
There would be veterinarians on the road in that mobile unit, and they wouldn't stop.
You good dog. Sit.
I don't care if there's a legacy in my name given to this world of rescue. I just want someone to care as much as us. And then maybe the loads would begin to feel lighter and we'd all feel like we're getting somewhere in this.
To think that 10,000 dogs probably would have died, and those 10,000 dogs now have great loving homes. That is so gratifying. The funny thing with rescue is you save the dogs' lives, but we truly believe the dogs saved our lives.
As much as I love you, but you may think my dog will always come through. All he asks from me is the food to give him strength. All he ever needs is love, and that he knows he'll get. So I love my dog as much as I love you. But you make the fade, my dog will always come through. All the pay I need comes shining through his eyes. I don't need no cold water to make me realize that I love my dog as much as I love you. But you make the fade, my dog will always come through. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. I love my dog as much as I love you. But you make the fade, my dog will always come through.